Hello dear viewer, I'm leesusss. Welcome back to Sevtech. I have returned from the Shadowlands and bullying the shadow monsters, and I think now, I know it's been a bit slow recently, but I think we can blow through the rest of the bits and pieces we need to do for blood magic and Abyssalcraft. No, really will. I'm going to give it the best shot and get onto something else, maybe onto the new age. I don't know. We will see. Anyway, I have just returned from, as well as the Shadowlands, also the horse-powered press over there, because I've been taking the bits and pieces, the shadow fragments and shadow shards from the Darklands, and compressing them. So 9 of these make one of these, and 9 of these make one of these shadow gems, which are required for the next recipe. So first things first, we need a charging pedestal for the Necronomicon. Is it? I always get this around the wrong way. I read so many spoofs of the Necronomicon and everything else, and the Necronomicon and all the rest. I forget which one's which. Have I left it here, or is it back at the other place? I think it's Necronomicon, isn't it? It's not Necro... Oh, I don't know. If I'm mispronouncing it, I apologise. I'll stick with Necronomicon. Okay? I need a charging pedestal for the Necronomicon, so we can leave it parked next to the creepy statues over in the Abyssalcraft summoning area, ritual area, and charge up on its own. And for that we need, well, I think I have all the components I need for that. So let's have a look on here, if you can spell it properly. No, it's not under charging. How about pedestal? That's an energy pedestal. That's a ritual pedestal. I think it's this one here. There we go. Monolith stone, cranium pearl, and a shadow gem. Well, I've got loads of monolith stone, I've got some cranium pearls, I've got loads of potential cranium pearls up there as well. But let's make that. Oh, it's taken such a lot of effort, hasn't it, to do that. What I'm going to do now is pedestaling for time. I don't think we've unlocked anything new yet, have we? Not yet. We've got to get through these first. We'll get there, though. We'll get there. Okay. I'm going to drop this off at the is my Necronomicon here, or is it over there? I think I've left it over there. I'm going to drop this off over by the ritual area after I've had a quick dip. Right, so according to the book, it should be... Now, which are my real ones? That's decorative. These are the 2 important ones. The book should be a couple of blocks distant from the actual items. Let's see if it does anything. That should be about right. We should be able to see the stuff going there. No? Maybe not. Maybe this needs to be higher and these need to be lower. How about if we drop them down a chunk? Right, hold on. No? Oh! There we go. Right. 1 second. Let's get on with this, because the other gods don't like it very much if you start mucking around and trying to drain their juices. So bad things can start to happen. And although in theory I can hang around here, well, actually, I don't know. I think I need to hang around here. You can do some more? That one's doing it. Is Shubby getting on with it? Shub's doing it as well. Okay. I probably need to be in the same chunk for it to keep charging, I think. But I don't really want to be. Bad stuff starts to happen the longer you charge it for, whether you're holding the book or it's on a pedestal. And I'd rather not be here when it happens. I might have to come back and watch it. If I have to be in the same chunk, then I shall be. You know, and I'll deal with it. But for now, we'll see if we'll do a little science experiment. A little, not really science. It's an arcane experiment, isn't it? Because we're dealing with the arcane. We'll do a quick arcane experiment and see if the book keeps charging while we're not there. But I won't be at all surprised if we come back to find lots of bad stuff has gone on. But that's fine. What we need to do next, we can't actually do the next ritual yet. The ritual is required to make the teleporter. Let's pause it in the water, risking being eaten by sharks or piranha. the beneath teleporter. That's the whole purpose of doing all this, in case you've forgotten, because it's been so long. This is the next stage. This is where we get the aquamarine and the black quartz from. The black teleporter requires a couple of things. What did I say? That's not just thunder, okay? That's Chubby and Thule having a problem, having an issue with their potential energy being drained. Let's keep moving. Don't look back. Cool guys, don't look back at the explosion or whatever else is going on behind us. We'll leave that there as well, that raft there. By the way, a new trick. What do you think of that? Now, I haven't become a Peter Speedster or gained superpowers by being bitten by a radioactive guinea pig or something. No, I have new boots. I have wild dog pelt boots, which are kind of cool. I've been killing a few wild dogs in the past when I was hunting around and couldn't work out how to make the boots out of them. But it's actually that hard. It just needs some glue and various other things. And they make you very, very fast. It isn't quite a replacement for a horse because you still need to... You get very hungry very quickly. So you still have that issue, whereas on a horse you don't. But it is darn useful for getting around very fast. I didn't use a horse at all to go and see the Darklands. And it helps get down things as well. How high can I jump? Pretty darn high. Yeah, still on here, I can probably jump on the roof. Nice, look at that. And to some degree, I don't know how much full damage is negated, but quite a bit. Good stuff. Right then. So what we need next for the teleporter is a blank teleporter. And for a blank teleporter, we need a blood orb. Now, this is what we were stuck before. I have all these components. They weren't that hard. The blood orb, we haven't even got a weak blood orb because I couldn't make coagulated blood. I had the ability to make it for a long time, but I was let down by the recipes. You see, this melter is really, it's like a mini smeltery, isn't it? But if you look in the too many items for how to make things like, where is it? Oh, I need redstone for that, maybe? No, maybe not. Where is it? To make things like the weak blood orb, the coagulated blood, according to this, only comes from the tinkers. And to get when we know how to get blood into a tinker's fortress, you or some other unfortunate falls in there, and blood ends up in there. But I can make this. I can't move the lava into it to use it. But I don't need to. How much is in here? Yeah, I probably need a few more. I can make blood in here. But if you look for the recipes for this thing, what this thing can be used for, then you can find the fact that you can make blood like that. But you can't do it the other way around. And it's just simply a problem with the recipes letting us down. And by the way, for this thing, there are like 500 recipes. So you have to search through quite a few before you find interesting things like that. But there we go. We're there in the end anyway. And we should be able to make our blood orb and then see where we can get onto from there. Aha, there we go. Right then, let's go and take this outside. By the way, I continue to hear lightning bolts happening in the distance. It could be a storm, I guess, but I don't think so. We will find out when we get there what's been going on. I'm kind of dreading it, to tell you the truth. We will see. I don't actually mind if it's shadow monsters, which can also spawn, because we might need those for more shards and things. Right, so this has got, I don't know how much this has got in it. It holds about 10,000, I think. I used up some to make an apple, just for completion's sake, and this requires 2,000 to make the Apprentice Blood Orb. But this should be enough in here. Let's wait for a bit and see, wait for it to happen. More cranium pearls, the sanguine thing. I should probably stab myself a bit more as well, but let's not do it yet. I will do that later. Come on, how long are you going to take? Something is apparently happening. I suppose it's slowly drinking the blood, isn't it? Life points, that's what they're called. Life points. But I just like saying blood. So we'll call it blood points for now. Okay? Ha-ha! A weak blood orb. Used for a few different recipes. But this is what we need to make the teleporter. We need the Apprentice Blood Orb. Okay, now that scared me. Again, the recipes are scaring me because I got a bit worried. When I looked for the Apprentice Blood Orb, I saw a chunk of redstone, a block of redstone going in there. We haven't got redstone yet. We won't have it for a while. However, so if you look for Apprentice Blood Orb, that's what you see in how to make it. But in fact, if you go to Caligine Pearls, a Caligine Pearl in there will make a Apprentice Blood Orb, which is kind of good. We're going to put this blood orb away for a while. That will be necessary at various points, but not yet. I've got too much junk in here. That's annoying. There we go. Now, the problem is with making the Apprentice Blood Orb is that we don't have the right setup yet. This is a tier 2. And to make a tier 2 blood altar, we need to surround it by slates. So, which is it in? It might show us in here. Let's have a look in here. Otherwise, I'll open up again. That's what I mean. Is it going to tell us in here? Tier 2. Maybe I have to look it up in the book, the Sanguinum, whatever it is. But what we need is we're going to make blank slates in the blood altar. Now, blank slates are just stone and some blood. So we're going to stab ourselves a lot more. But we make 2 of these, or make 1 of these rather, and when you make them, you combine them together with a weak blood orb, and it makes blank runes. That's the term I was looking for. We need 8 of these around the blood altar at 1 block down, and that will make the tier 2. Okay. That's a reinforced one. That's for later. Okay. And this is how the blood altar system works. You keep on grinding your way through the different stages in this way, and slowly building up your blood altar to do more and more and more. Let's go and make some of these first anyway, and then I'll bring you back. Well, that's kind of embarrassing. I'm only level 9 now because I managed to stab myself to death. That's right. I got one too many greedy stabs. By the way, though, as another useful thing to have, I discovered Hearty stew, grain, protein, and vegetable. That's right. Very good for you, kiddies. This is made in a cauldron. And it is because this is only grain and protein, yeah, because it's like meat of some sort, and that's my meat, by the way, meat of some sort, plus bread. But this has got mushrooms and other things in there as well. I've now got a mushroom farm. It's just a few things in a cauldron. It's pretty easy to make, but you've got to go hunting around for these recipes, otherwise you don't find them. But there we go. How are we doing now? Oh, laggy. 12. Which is enough for 6. We're nearly there. Well, spooky noises continue to happen in the distance, but I have some more stew. And I now have, I think, and let's leave that one to finish cooking. I think I have enough to make the Apprentice Blood Orb. Hasn't been too, I was about to say painful. Has been a bit painful actually, especially when I stabbed myself to death. But you know, apart from that. By the way, should we make some meat sandwiches? Is that disturbing? If I make meat sandwiches? Oh, I have to cook it maybe. I do. I'll cook my own meat, shall I? I mean, when all's said and done, once the meat is inside the sandwich, who's to really say what it is? Huh? It could be anything. Just don't think about it too hard. Right, okay. Have I left my pearl behind or not? Have I got it? So there we go. The block underneath the blood altar has not got. There's what was I going to say? There's it's not a rune. Okay. Now the question is how much blood this needs. Let's just get started stabbing, shall we? Because I'm sure it will need quite a bit of blood. Let's eat meat sandwiches first. They're the freshest. Where is... this one? 5,000, so half full thingy. Puddle of blood is what it needs to be. Don't know how many stabs that is. It's probably about 100 per stab. We can upgrade that later if I feel so inclined. I think I'm going to do a little bit more blood magic later. There are some interesting other things we can do with it. There are sigils we can make, and sigils. Well, to me, a sigil is just like a magical sign. Did it? We did it. I can't pick it up. Pick it up. There we go. Good stuff. Let's fill this up a bit. There we go. Yeah, there are sigils we can make, and they although sigils means usually like a rune or something, these are physical objects that can give you benefits, and there are a variety of them, as usual with any of these mod packs. There's good ones and there's nah ones, and the good ones are things like ones that make you immune or at least resistant to fire and lava damage. There's a water breathing one, which is pretty cool, especially if we have to go to some underwater temples, which we might well do. There's 2 of those nearby, and I can go to one of those if I have to. And also there's one which I think either makes light or you can use to make a lamp that will make lights, and that will make things easier, especially when we're going to go to the beneath. But whether I'll do that on camera or not, I don't know. For now, let's get this bit done, which is to do we need to make the teleporter, and then we need to make the ritual. I'm surprised there's only so few recipes for this. Incense Altar. I think that helps with gathering blood, possibly. Rune of Sacrifice. This is the one that you make to... That's actually pretty cheap. Wow. Reinforced slate. I've got to make that now. This is the one you use to sacrifice other things to make blood, which sounds like a good idea. And this one, I think, improves how well we get our blood. I don't know. Anyway, we need the ingredients, which I've kept in this chest here. We're just going to take all of this, I think. Hold on, where's that recipe again? Blank teleporter. Do we need the orbs with us? I don't actually know what we're going to meet when we get over there. I'm kind of scared, to tell you the truth. What we need is the teleporter, beneath teleporter. Coal dust, teleporter, monolith stone. We don't need any orb. We need that demonic will, but we don't need our orbs. So we can leave those behind. I don't know what we're going to face up there. If we face big shadow creatures, this bow will be very useful indeed. And the arrows aren't too bad, actually. They're kind of... Yeah, I know! Portentous, scary noises. There's only one. We're going to have to find out, aren't we? We're going to have to find out. Is what we're going to have to do. So let's just get over there. How am my nutrition doing, by the way? Lost a bit on the fruit and the vegetable. Fine, that's easy enough to do. I've got... Fruit's actually the hardest one. There aren't many fruits around. Why am I not going very fast? There we go. The vegetables, loads of vegetables around. See, carrots, there we go, delicious. Baked carrots and things like that sort of thing, and you can make vegetable stew. But fruit is a little bit harder. I have mushrooms. I have the berries, and occasionally apples, but not really very many. I want some sort of juicer, really. I think make some nice apple juice. Right, place your bets for what horrors we're about to reach. We're about to see when we get around the corner. It might be very little, actually. I don't think, the most important thing is I don't think our ritual area can be damaged by the things going on. Don't think so. But what might be over here? The wolves are still here. That one appears to be heading out to sea. The wolves are alive. But if there was anything nasty spawning, it would try to kill the wolves. And shadow monsters don't actually appear during daylight normally, so... I don't even know how much... how much this thing might have gathered. Let's get further away. How much PE has it got? Don't actually know. Oops. I think we need 5,000. Oh, it only needs 1,000. Okay. Right. Let's do this then. I'm a little concerned, as you can tell. I don't want anything turning up while I'm doing it. I do have the ability to run away very, very fast. I think I want to put these guys away, actually. You don't actually need to be out, do you guys? Chaps. Fellas. Let's put them away in here. You can come out to play later. So, we put on here. We'll do the blank teleporter last, shall we? Does it actually matter which direction? Probably not. We'll put this here. Monolith, monolith, monolith. Okay. Standing on this is probably a terrible idea. But, you know. I'm good for terrible ideas. This is the dark oak wood gate. We've got some coal dust to go down. Coal dust, gunpowder. I think this is a monolith stone here as well on the end. Is that right? Yeah, okay. I don't actually know what's going to happen if I do this. I think I've got to click it with a Necronomicon, I think. No. Oh! Okay. Shift clicking. Eee! I wish it wasn't getting dark right now. Okay. We did it! Let's get out of here. Let's get the hell out of here. I like the demonic weird Cthulhu type voices we came through there. Oh, I did not need it getting dark around here. So I had to shift click with the Necronomicon. It made sense. Rather than just, you know, stick the last thing on and run like hell for it. You have to click on it to activate it. Hold on. Oh, I haven't placed it yet. I've got to put it down, haven't I? Okay. So, as far as I'm aware with the beneath, I think I might have called it the deep dark in the past. As far as I'm aware, the deep dark and the beneath are the same thing, pretty much. They're a big dark hole where you go underground, or you are underground, it's another dimension, and where you are there, the dark hurts you. You have to have a good supply of light, which is why, of course, I'm interested in the sigil to make the lights around me. Yeah? While I'm there, I should be able to find the black quartz and the aquamarine, or whatever it is, the other two resources. The black quartz I'm used to. I used to collect a lot of that in the sky blocks. It was mostly, a lot of it seemed to be like what was it? Not a useless resource, but I used to get far more than I actually needed. But I'm fairly footed with those mods. Aquamarine, no idea if that's been added or it's another mod or what it is. But we'll get hold of. Are you right, Bob? We'll get hold of those as well. And it's over the wall. Onto the wall. And I better stop myself up with a whole lot of torches. But also, I think that the other issue with the beneath is that where, much like nether portals, where you place it has an impact on where you spawn. I don't really want to spawn in the air, so I think I might be putting it underground to try to hopefully come out in the beneath closer to the floor than not to try and build down like a ladder to get down to the actual base. Anyone down here? No, my little mushroom farm down here. Okay, let's try this then, shall we? I've got enough torches with me for now, I think. Click on it. Shift click on it. No. Well, it's very easy to get into it. Ah, there we go.